I need money. I don't have the cash flow. And that's what, number one thing that the bank is looking for, your cash flow. And so I decided that, wow, I've found friends and family, I've tapped them all out. They have no more money to loan me. I guess I need to go to the bank. So I go to the bank, and when I get into the doors of the banker, I'm shaking and I'm nervous because I, for some reason, think that banker is not a normal person. There's someone that's going to reject me automatically. Well, that's not the case. They're just very normal people, and for number one, they're there to help you out and make your business successful, because your business being successful will make their business successful. But in the back of my mind, I've got a month that I've got to get these T-shirts out, because Eagle Tour is probably going to use someone else if I don't get them out, and she's probably going to spread my name in the whole chamber and let them know that I didn't deliver on time. That's a problem in the back of my head the whole time that I'm walking to the bank. So I get into the bank, and I say to the banker, Peggy, I need a loan. I just started my business a month ago. Well, Peggy's going to sit me down and say, okay, Kim, come over here and sit with me, and let's talk about that. First of all, before we complete this application, how much do you need? Peggy, I need 100 T-shirts. I don't know, maybe, I don't know, Peggy, tell me what I need. And Peggy's going to say, okay, Kim, let's look at the cost of those T-shirts. Let's look at you delivering those T-shirts. Let's make sure that those T-shirts is not going to hurt you payroll-wise, because I do have my daughter who's working for me, and she wants to get paid. She's in college. She wants to get paid. So Peggy's going to say, what about payroll, Kim? How is that going to, you're going to need to probably pay her because she's going to work extra. And are you going to need to have some additional people? Because keep in mind, those 100 T-shirts have to get out in a month. Okay, yeah, you're right. So now I need to factor everything that I need, and without a guesstimate, I need to have a business plan. Okay, another thing that you would need to consider, a business plan of structure-wise. How am I going to get those T-shirts out? How many employees am I going to need? What type of design am I going to put on those T-shirts? And the delivery factory and all of the cost that's involved. So I put my plan together. I go back, put my plan together. Okay, Peggy, I've got my plan. My plan warrants me to need $25,000. Okay, Kim, now that you put that plan together and we know how much money you need, tell me, Kim, what type of collateral are you going to use to pay this back? Collateral, Peggy? I don't know, Peggy. Give me something. What? Well, do you own your own equipment? Well, yeah, I own the print machine. Okay, great, Kim. You own the print machine. Okay, tell me what else do you own in that business? Well, I own a couple trucks. I got a truck that I bought just last week from my uncle, and I got a good price for that, and I own that because I use my money, my personal money, to get established that I've got some collateral, okay, meaning that it's not cash, because in most cases, cash is good because cash is king. We know that's the best collateral anyone could have. But in this case, I don't have collateral, I don't have cash, I have equipment, and the equipment is in my name. Okay, now let's estimate how much that equipment costs and how much the value of that equipment. Okay, we did an estimate of all the equipment that I have and of my receivables, because I do have a couple other jobs. They're not as large as Eagle Tour is going to be, but Eagle Tour is going to put me on the map. So I've got at least $100,000 of all the collateral that I have, that I personally have. Because keep in mind, my business at this point isn't incorporated. It's still a DBA. So I'm personally involved with this business also, because I've got my mortgage and I've got things that I personally want to put into it, okay? And in most cases, you don't want to commingle, but I just started my business, okay? So I'm going from a startup standpoint. I just started my business, so I can commingle, okay? So in order to get that loan, I'm going to commingle, okay? So I can commingle. So now Peggy's like, okay, Kim, we've got the collateral, okay? We've got. Let's look at how long, what else are you going to do? So I fill out the application. Now Peggy wants me to fill out a form that's going to verify my tax return to the IRS. Wait a minute, Peggy, I don't know if I want to do that. Well, Kim, in order for you to get this loan, we're going to have to verify that what you submitted to the IRS last year is exactly what you're putting on this application. Okay, now I understand, because you need to verify. Okay, that makes sense. So let me sign that. Kim, now I need you to sign one. First of all, I'm a startup, so the business didn't have a tax return last year, okay? Had the business had a tax return last year, I would have to fill out a form for the business, and then one for personal, because let's say the business is incorporated, it's not DBA, it's not as simple as my business is, because I just started my business a couple weeks ago. And this business, you've been in it for 2-3 years. Now you don't want to commingle, you've got your own business collateral that you're utilizing. In that case, you are still going to be the personal guarantor on that loan. Because just because if the business fails, then they're going to need to come out after me personally because the bank wants their money back, okay? So you're going to have to fill out both forms. You're going to have to fill out one for you personally, of the tax return you filled out personally, and also the tax return that you did for the business, okay? So we're going to have to verify all of that. Now we filled out the loan application, and in Kim's case, Peggy's going to go ahead and fill it out, and I don't qualify for what Peggy calls a conventional loan because I just started. I'm a startup, but then, okay. So she's going to send my loan in the direction of SBA. SBA's got some great products out there, and most of your banks are SBA preferred lenders. Okay. So don't think just because you just started your business that there isn't hope for you, and that's where I'm trying to allude to, because a lot of people feel if it's a startup business, there's no hope. There is hope for startup businesses. If your business is more traditional and you've actually been in it a little longer and seasoned, and you've got great returns for 2004 all the way to 2007, for 2008, the fall of 2008 caused your business to go, the economy pretty much doing what happened last year, it caused your business not to really end that great last year. There is still hope out there because there's a lot of other programs for you. But traditionally, when you come to the bank, we're going to want to see that you actually had a profitable year. Okay, if you took a major loss last year and you took a major loss this year, we're probably going to tell you, let's wait and see what this year is going to be like. And completing your tax return for 2008 is essential, and a lot of people like to wait for various reasons, okay? But if there isn't a real critical reason of you waiting to complete your taxes and you're thinking, I'll just continue to do that extension, that's going to hurt you in the long run, because now the bank is looking at the fact that you have all of 2008. There's no proof of your history of if you were profitable, if you took a loss. We really don't know your growth standpoint of 2008 because it's not stated any place. And yes, your CPA is still working on it. However, if it's not filed with the IRS, then it doesn't do the bank any good because we can't see anything. And now you're well into 2009 and you still haven't completed anything. It really doesn't help you as much as it hurt you that you haven't completed your taxes in 2008. So I do advise you, if there's not a reason for you to continue to file those extensions, to please do your taxes as quickly as possible, because that's only going to help you as a business owner in the future. So now Peggy's determined on SBA. Well, another hypothetical, I've been in business 3 years. Now I want to come to a bank and for my t-shirts, because I still got to feel that Eagle Tour is going to put me on the map. And I've been in business 3 years. I've got Rick, they're my customer. I've got a lot of customers now that are, so I'm seasoned. I'm more of a seasoned business. But last year, once again, wasn't good for me because of the economy. It really hurt me, and I didn't see it coming. I wasn't prepared for what happened with the economy. So therefore, I don't show a profit. I actually show a loss because I did my taxes, but I show a loss. Now, Peggy, what do I give you?